window of two
dads worldwide. The first word in family management, family budgeting, insurance, bills, food, vacations, research and development, homework, emails, phone calls. Last week we tried to do an oil change and ended up with a new car. Security. Doors are locked, windows shut, house alarm is set. Fingerless gloves. Dads worldwide. Loyal listeners, possibly you.
Welcome to another episode of Dads Worldwide. We will make you laugh, might make you cry, most certainly some way, somehow try to make you a better parent. I am your most humble host, Brendan, and the hostess with the mostest. He's here. You love him. I love him. He is
the 17-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, non-chill filtered quadruple silver blendmaster, ceremony himself, your international sex kitten, Captain Aviators, Tony fucking G.
Yes, love it every time. And he is the host of Ask It Anything, or the what's the other one, Chris? God, why can't I remember that, man? You say it.
The Cherry Poppin' Daddies. They sang Zoot Suit Riot.
Ooh, I love it.
That's a good one.
That's right, Tony. It's the Cherry Poppin' Daddies fan club podcast.
Yeah, president extraordinaire.
I can't get enough. I do love ska and swing.
That's probably not a lie, is it?
When everybody else advanced out of the late 90s into the early to mid 2000s, I did not.
No, that's fair.
I stayed right there.
All one band that was doing it, yeah.
What are you talking about? That's insulting.
Yeah.
What about the
okay, but they were the most prevalent. Like the Cherry Poppin' Daddies were like the most prevalent with their one big hit, and nobody else was really listening to any big band or ska in the 90s.
Big Bad Voodoo Daddies, Real Big Fish,
Mighty Boss Tones.
I don't even know if I would. Okay, see, but see, I always put like Zoot Suit Riot on like another level, like because they really went for it. There was a lot of 90s undertone with the rest of those. It still felt 90s with like the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Like that was for sure orchestral big band. Like there was no mistaking that. I felt that was another level, but maybe that's just me.
It's called the Pop Culture Project, Brendan.
Thank you. I don't know why I can't.
See, I think that was perfect because that was all pop culture. I was helping. I'm helping.
It was pop culture.
I know it's a super hard to remember name because it's a lot of words no one ever says or uses ever.
I knew the pop part, but I could not get the rest of it out. So
yeah, just call it the PCP.
So I apologize. If you'd like to check out Jerome and Chris on the Pop Culture Podcast, they're both wonderful hosts, and Chris is by far the best podcast editor I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Catch Chris and Johnson on PCP.
His name is Jeremy. Both of you guys are jerks. Also starts with a J.
But you're both on PCP.
We are both on PCP. Yeah, we're definitely both on PCP, and that's evident when you listen to the show.
That's part of the pop culture. They're doing
that, Jackie Brown.
They're doing that era, the era of PCP and Angel Dust.
Yeah.
Well, if you're doing that era, you kind of have to take a little bit.
Brendan, thank you for that compliment. Was there a specific reason why you said that?
No, I just think you're between the weekly rewind that we did and just your this week today, and you're just you definitely care about the production value of your show, and it does show.
I would agree tenfold. He comes up with some of the cleanest podcasting you can hear, and it's the attention to detail. So if you like a podcast that isn't just I don't know, two assholes blathering into a microphone like when like, Brendan talk, and you like clarity and cleanliness in your podcast. Chris really knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you listen to this podcast. Imagine what it is completely opposite of what I do as far as
it's nice. It's nice that you're so good at that, Chris. It'd be nice if you bring that to the table to Dads Worldwide. But
I don't want to put that on his lap. He'd never get any sleep.
I was about to say thank you for the compliment, and then you took a sharp left turn. But, No, but sincerely, thank you for the compliments. I actually, I really do take a lot of pride in making the show sound good and doing some audio engineering and that sort of. I'm not a pro. I literally only know just enough to execute my shows. If someone said, "Hey, come help me with my show and show me a bunch of stuff," I wouldn't be able to because I don't have a wide range of skills. If someone said, "Hey, I know you've got this equipment, but I've got this other equipment. Can you help me with that?" The answer would be no, I can't. If you said, "Hey, can you help me with my software," even though you have a different software, I would say no, I can't do that either.
Yeah, I think at one point on the weekly. At one point on the weekly rewind, I was like, "Oh, we should bring this third person on." It may have actually even been Tony, and he was like, "Yeah, it's not. That's not going to work." He's just like, "No." I was like, "Well, we could use my stuff."
No, it was mostly the personal preference.
It might have been. It might have been.
Mainly because I
sure.
don't like Tony, which creates an awkward conflict on this show. But
it doesn't have to be.
But I'm willing to fight through it.
I think we play into it just fine. And I mean,
I think so.
It's just there. It just hovers in the air. It's like a nasty, silent but deadly fart. Yeah,
it's a low hum in the background.
Yeah. It's like that. Yeah. It's like that old air conditioner from the 70s that just won't die, but you can hear it. Just that reverberation. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually is what describes Tony and I's relationship, right there.
Low hum in the background.
And
fun fact, if an old air conditioning unit reverberates hard enough, you can actually hallucinate from it. Whoa. It's on such a decibel level that if it's such an intensity, you can actually mildly hallucinate.
Huh?
Who needs mushrooms?
Right? Yeah.
Shitty air conditioner.
That's right. Or it's the Freon. I mean,
it's so funny. You talked about PCP. It reminded me of a story. I was in
whoa.
I was in keyboard class in high school. It was like my freshman year of high school, and the senior was sitting in front of me, or maybe junior, I don't know. And he goes, "Hey, tell me if the teacher's coming." And he takes out this little piece of tinfoil. He opens it up, and he starts breaking off little tabs. I mean, it's acid,
right?
And of course. I'm 15, 16.
Thought they were breath strips.
I had no idea what the hell they were. I had like no clue, not a clue. And he's like breaking it apart, separating it into little like solo. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Do I tell him if the teacher's coming? Thank God she didn't come, because I was like, I didn't want to be like, I'm like, what the? I don't want to be
the drugs.
I don't. Yeah, get rid of the drugs. Get rid of the drugs. But I was like, oh my God. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't use it. And he's like licking his fingers as he's doing it.
Yeah, you don't like, do that.
I don't use it. Oh my God.
Know, but
so he was just a dealer.
I mean, so he says.
Oh, if he was licking stuff, he was a shitty dealer.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah. After he was done packaging, he licked his fingers. I'm pretty sure that you might get a little high off that. I mean, that's just me. I don't know. It absorbs through the skin.
I think just touching it with a wet finger would do it.
Yeah.
I reported on the last episode, I think, that I had sharp shooting pains in my legs.
Yes.
Especially my left leg.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's slightly better.
Good.
Slightly. Yeah. Okay. That's
maybe moderately better. Yeah.
Nice.
There was a period of probably 2 or 3 weeks where I wasn't sure if I was going to recover at all. I feel a little better now. Now I did do 6 sessions in a hyperbaric chamber, and I've got 7. I did 7. I'm going to do 3 more.
Nice.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Chris, if you don't mind, on why you would be more rejuvenated mentally and physically. I think it's probably, now that you've survived 2 episodes of a live stream dog and chicken show, I think that there's obviously no coincidence here. That's what it is.
Has to be.
Au contraire, Tony, that's actually the giver of life, not the taker of life. That's what I'm saying. Quite an experience, those dog and chicken streaming adventures.
You've survived 2 now, so yeah, I've been dying to hear your thoughts on that shit show.
Honestly, I didn't know exactly what to expect, but I knew I would enjoy it because I mean we had quite a robust discourse on our chat group, and I was like, man, I can't wait to take this to a live stream. I don't know if maybe I've been on a couple of live streams ever in my
Okay,
podcast
so you were
career.
fairly new to the whole concept as a participant.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
did I do? No, I think I was just. I think I participated as just a commenter, or maybe something previously that you guys had done. And once or twice in the last 8 or 10 years, I think I've done a couple of live things. But I actually did. This is not a stream. I actually did. I barely knew these guys, and I met them at. God, where was I? Austin or San Antonio? At some bar where they were doing a live broadcast of their show, and let me sit in,
Nice.
and that was even more of a shit show by far than either of the live streams we've done recently. That was a complete mess, and the guy kept like insulting people. So it was, I think it might have just been me and him on the mic, and I barely knew this guy, although I was grateful that he invited me because it was fun. But I was like, man, he's being really harsh and kind of insulting. And it was kind of a podcast meetup. And so there were a bunch of other podcasters, and I don't know how many times they'd done it or if any of these people had met each other. And it was all hosts of other shows, independent podcasters.
Wow.
And so they would come on, they'd kind of rotate in and sit in with us for a few minutes. We'd ask them about their show and just general chit chat and whatever. But he was being really kind of an asshole. And so I decided, because all these people were, they're not professional comedians. They're not, they're not really equipped to deal with this. Like one of them was like a woman who hosted like a thrifting podcast because she really liked to go to thrift stores, and I was like,
Obviously, you got to go for the jugular on her,
right? I was like, this is just some sweet woman that just wants to have some banter and talk about thrifting and promote her show for a few minutes. Like, what are you doing? And I didn't want to start a fight with this guy on his own show. So what I decided to do was passively aggressively, basically just thwart him. So he would, as he was being aggressive towards them, I was being very, very aggressive towards him.
Okay.
Well, passively aggressive towards him.
Yeah, or maybe just aggressive. I was passively aggressively being aggressive, but yeah, I mean, I made a lot of jokes throughout the night at his expense, and I don't think that he really knew what to do about it, because he was either going to kick me off the show or he's going to quit his own show. But obviously he's pot committed to that, so he just kind of rolled with it.
Well, if he gets rid of you, have to make fun of him ruthlessly, then he looks like a bitch.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
you risk looking like a punk.
Yeah. He can't. He just can't.
Right. So I had him painted into a corner. So I
Yeah.
just had fun with that for 2-3 hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Good times. I mean, I don't know. He's just one of the, we've all heard a bunch of podcasts with guys like that. And I was like, man, I'm just going to turn this into a sport.
Yeah, you were just on one the other night.
Yeah.
Last week.
So anyway, circling back to our live stream, for me, I thought it was fantastic. I've loved both of the live streams we've done. I think it's great.
Perfect.
Like I said, we have a really fun time kicking each other in the crotch and arguing together in our chat. So pretty much it was chat in a live stream version, and I thought it was great.
I think, yeah. So if anybody listening is completely clueless by what we're talking about at this point, over on the Big Buckin' Empire on Facebook and YouTube, the Dog and Chicken Show on Facebook and YouTube, it's back. We're doing live streams again. If you're familiar with the old concept, we're not doing weekly shows anymore, but it's kind of a buy or try weekly whenever it gets set up. So probably not this coming week, but I'm guessing maybe the following week, and it's kind of been early in the week. So go over to the Facebook page specifically, and I wish I could tell you that any of these social media platforms were good about giving notifications, but they're just not now. So I really wish there was a better way, but there's just not. So my description that I just gave, there you go.
There's your notification.
That's your notification. It's super good time. Myself, Brendan, Chris, Phil KOE, and Dr. Chicken have done the last two, and it's just been wonderful. So we're getting back into the live stream thing with the big topics of the current events, and it's nice to get some real time rapport with the people watching and the live stream comments again, and you kind of have to work on the fly, which is why we really enjoyed it in the first place. So it's been kind of nice kicking the rust off and getting back into the swing of things. So
Well,
I can't wait
it's
to do the
Sunday's
next
the
one.
Super Bowl, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we
the
won't
Super
be doing
Yes.
one this Sunday. I
No.
can promise that.
You.
Well, I'm already in hot water right this second because I didn't realize, but the Pro Bowl is on right now as we are recording this. What or whatever passes for the Pro Bowl these
The
days.
flag
It's
football.
flag football.
NFL track and field day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Seriously.
And my 10-year-old was apparently looking forward to watching this with me tonight, and I didn't even know it was on tonight. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, my bad.
Son, you'll grow and understand that no one watches the fucking Pro Bowl.
Well, and that's the sad thing. Like now that it's like it's fun. It's actually more interesting to watch as a flag football concept than it ever was over the last however many years as an actual football game, because none of those players gave a flying fuck other than the paycheck. So it's actually more interesting this way, which is sad. But I didn't realize it. I'm like, oh, because I was just thinking the other day on Sunday, I'm like, oh shit, are we missing the Pro Bowl? I guess, who cares? I thought it was Sunday. But no, it's tonight, right now, as we're recording. So that's something. Shador already had a pick before I came downstairs. So that's worth noting. But they negated it because there was a block because flag football.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's funny.
It's not still in Hawaii, is it?
It could be. I'm honestly, I don't know.
Well, because even it's been a joke for a lot of years, and even back when it was slightly less of a joke, guys, when they were elected to the Pro Bowl, they still look forward to it, and they went because it was a free trip to Hawaii, so they would take their at least their wife, sometimes their whole family, and
and their 6 mistresses,
right, their whole entourage of ladies, their harem, and so. But nothing about it was that demanding, but they would get a free trip to Hawaii. And I mean, 30, 40 years ago, when these guys really didn't get paid that much, and oftentimes they had jobs in the off season, free trip to Hawaii was kind of a good deal for them.
True.
I sat next to a Giants player on a flight at one point. When did he play?
Was it Prince Amukamara?
No.
Is it the guy that shot himself in the leg at a strip club?
No, Plexico Burris. No.
Was it the guy that blew his hand off using fireworks?
Jean-Pierre Paul Pierre, John, whatever his name is. Yeah.
Was it the guy that murdered a bunch of people?
That was the one. That was the one. Yeah. I encouraged it.
Sorry, I don't have a name. It just fits too.
He gave him a high five and said, "Well done, sir.
Well done, sir. Don't hurt me."
Nice murdering.
Yeah, good murder.
I side with you.
Yeah, I mean, they probably deserved it. No, he I think he played in the 80s or like late 70s. And so I was asking him about what was something about the off season, because he was I think he told me how much they got paid. I'm like, well, you must have had a job then. He goes, oh yeah. He goes, you had to. Like you could not survive on the set. Yeah.
That's sad.
No, I think he owned.
That's when they were men and could smoke on the field in between plays.
Yeah. And he owned like a plastic extrusion company now or something like that. So like he was he obviously had some smarts to him as well. So but yeah, it was pretty cool. He had a big old ring. I was like, is that a Super Bowl ring? He's like, no, it's just an NFL ring. And so he was a lineman for the Giants.
Well, also back then, training camp was literally to get in shape. I mean, you would come into training camp out of weight, a little bit overweight and out of shape because you didn't train or do much at all in the off season because you had a job. And most notably, maybe not most notably, at least in my part of the world, Roger Staubach, he actually he kind of buddied up with a guy named Henry S. Miller, who had one of the largest real estate companies, at least in this part of the country. And Henry Miller basically taught Roger the real estate business. And then Roger went and started one of the most successful real estate companies in the world, which it was spun off and sold. But the guys that started the company that I'm with today all came from Roger Staubach's company.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even now the league minimum's less than $1 million, right? I think it's just under $1 million. I think it's like,
I don't know.
it's like 9 something. I mean, between agents fees and all that stuff,
Wow.
like even if they get to keep half, like 475-ish, you're not living super high on the hog, like, I mean,
Well, you might be in a state with a state income tax. I mean, it could really get.
it could get pretty nasty. It could get pretty gnarly, but but yeah, I mean, it's still I mean, you still don't have to have a second job. Let's be serious. Like,
Right.
Right.
at least there's that, and then
Yeah,
you could go to,
posse.
yeah, and you can go to camp actually in shape, but not that they do.
That's
But
right.
do you remember Ricky Williams? He always he failed at camp every time, and he was always popping positive for marijuana and shit. He's like one of the best running backs in the league, but he just showed
Got
up.
no time to get some clean piss. What?
Yeah, he just showed up to camp all fat.
Well, I was particularly familiar with him because he went to the University of Texas. So
nice.
I heard a lot about him before he went pro.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think about how good he could have been if he I should say how better he could have been. He wasn't such a slacker. Oh,
yeah,
man.
for sure.
Yeah. So,
well, I guess this is as good a time as any. Super Bowl's this weekend. Who we feeling? Obviously, Brennan has some bias. I believe the Seahawks were a 4.5 point favorite when I looked last.
That's how it opened. Is it still there? Is it still at 4.5?
It was, I think, yesterday when I looked. So it could have changed since then.
It has not changed. Still at where it opened. Yep.
So yeah, Seahawks a less than 5 point favorite. I guess in the championships, I expect to see more out of the Seahawks defense because obvious reasons. I feel like they had an off day or they held back, maybe. But and then the Patriots, on the other hand, didn't really exactly have their way with a downtrodden Broncos team. So I don't feel like either of those championship games went the way we expect. I mean, the outcome I think was right, but it was a lot more competitive than we were anticipating.
Probably should have been. Well, yeah. The Patriots offense couldn't do anything that game, and then but the defense was just on fire. Like, I mean, forget that they had their backup quarterback in. The Patriots were like pushing their front line around. It's of course I want them to win, but
right.
I'm not saying I don't think they. Yeah, I don't think they can. It's just I'm not sure they will. It's one of them that. I mean, if the defense is on fire like they were, a couple weeks ago, and the offense finds a stride, the Seattle defense, the last game I watched with them, they were not that spectacular.
No.
So, if May can pick them apart, I mean, and the defense is on fire, then forget it. The Patriots run away with it. But that being said, Seattle didn't get where they were with the record that they have by sleeping. So, it should be a good game.
Yeah, I think the over-under was like 46 points.
Really?
I think
45.5.
45. Okay. So
wow.
Well, gee, fuck me. What an asshole. God,
you're way off, idiot.
Way off. I guess if it's me, I think
I'd take the under on that one.
I don't know. I don't see either team getting 30 for sure. Because, yeah, like you said, defense and
28-23.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Honestly.
That would be over. That would be the over.
Yeah, and even that feels high. Like I think this comes down to quarterback play and not like, oh my gosh, just elite level. It's going to be which one's gritty enough to drive down the field in the fourth quarter and get a score because both defenses are so fucking salty. And I think that's what this is going to be. This was probably, I'm hoping a little bit, given the two defenses, that this is kind of a slugfest from them. And you see upper echelon quarterback play in the fourth quarter from both Darnold and May, because that I think that's what's going to happen. I think the Patriots have a slight advantage even with the younger guy in that department. So I think the Patriots are going to win this one by 2 or 3 points.
Whoa.
Late in the game.
Whoa.
And I think, yeah, I don't know if I would take the over or the under, but I think that's probably about right where it should be. Maybe it's going to be under 50, I would say. If I had to pick the over, I would probably pick the over, but just barely. But yeah, Patriots by 2 or 3 points late in the game.
They have been a second quarter team.
There you go.
Second half team. They've come in and they've just dominated.
Yeah. I think that's what it's going to be. I'm actually looking forward to this one. So this is going to be fun. Obviously, it should have been the Bears, but I digress.
Oh man, that would so been good.
Well, at least you get to
of the century.
I know, 4 years. God, it was just too perfect. They just
so much for
fucking Rams. Literally the fucking Rams. And it was a bullshit interception. And the last play, whatever. I'm over it.
I'm over it.
It's fine. Well, and then seeing how the fucking Rams played against the Seahawks, I'm like, oh fuck, the Bears could have played with the Seahawks. Son of a bitch. Like, we could have beaten them. Fuck. Yeah, it's fine. I'm over it. Cool.
These playoff games were just crazy. I mean,
it was different. It was weird.
They were so close. I think that every single one of them was just ridiculous, like down to the wire. So
it was an interesting playoff. I mean, it was not. There were some really good games, and then there was just some. Well, the Seahawks shellackings, but it was a strange playoff. It was a lot of faces you didn't really expect, and I don't know. We got to where we're at, and I think it's gonna be a good game. So I'm looking forward to it.
What's your prediction?
Well, before I get to that, I'll say that the Bears had a great season. I mean, obviously played far better than most people thought. I'm assuming they played better than you thought.
Including me tenfold, yeah.
I mean, you guys obviously have a quarterback. You have a head coach. I mean, your future's bright for sure.
Yeah, now they're robbing our staff and trying to take our players. So.
I mean, you could easily win the division again next season. I think that's a possibility for sure. I don't know if you could say that the Bears could have beat the Seahawks because the Rams almost beat the Seahawks. I think the Rams beat the Seahawks because they have a Hall of Fame coach. I mean, a Hall of Fame coach. They have a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame coach.
Sure.
And their division rivals, so they know each other really well.
That's fair.
So I think they've got some elements that the Bears wouldn't have had in that particular contest.
That's probably true, but I honestly expected just a beat down, and it was not that. The Seahawks didn't show up the way I thought they would, even against the Rams. So, and I thought they matched up better against the Rams. So
do you guys know the only quarterback that's won a Super Bowl in his first 2 seasons in NFL history?
Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes.
Tom Brady is the answer.
Yep.
So if Drake May is going to win a Super Bowl, he's going to have to do something that only Tom Brady has done.
Whoa.
Wow.
So it's interesting that that he's the one that has that opportunity this year. Now, I will say this. I love this matchup because I would assume obviously, Brendan, you agree. But I think most NFL fans that aren't a fan of one of these two teams probably loves this matchup because it's not Philly or the Chiefs or the Bills or these same teams. I mean, what we experienced as this regular season ended and as we went through the playoffs was an absolute changing of the guard.
Yes.
You know, after you have a bunch of dynasties that dominate the postseason, and that becomes very boring for the rest of us as fans. Every few years, it turns over, and I don't actually remember the last time it turned over. Probably because before it was the Patriots, and the Patriots dominated everything.
Yeah.
And so I'm not annoyed that the Patriots are back, because it's a completely new Patriots team with a different coach that I highly respect and a really great young quarterback that's fun. So if this was Tom Brady and Belichick coming back like they did, if they were absent for 9 or 10 seasons, Brendan, I think that'd be kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But this is a completely different team with different leadership. And
It's weird.
And so to me, this whole postseason, listen, could the Eagles have a great season next year? The Chiefs, the Bills, all the regulars, could they all have great seasons? Could the Rams make another run if Matthew Stafford comes back? Yes. All those things, we could have a very similar postseason next year as we did up until this season.
That is true.
Could Joe Burrow finally get healthy and put a season together? Because he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL that hasn't had as much success as he should.
The Raiders should trade the first pick for Joe Burrow.
all of those things are possible, right? But other than, and I love Joe Burrow. I love Josh Allen. Those are two of my favorite quarterbacks, maybe in the history of the NFL. Like, I really, they deserve far more
dudes. Solid dudes. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, they're funny.
Great, fun to watch.
They're great. God. They're unbelievable quarterbacks. They destroy their body for the sake of the game and for our entertainment.
More than they should have to.
Yeah. I mean, Baker Mayfield's a little bit like that, but he's I don't know. So could those guys? I wouldn't mind if either Joe Burrow or Josh Allen finally made a run and completed their legacy. I think that'd be great. Yep. However, if this represents a true changing of the guard, and we're gonna have this is a new era and a new crop of teams, I wouldn't mind that either, because the last several seasons dominated by the same teams have been really boring, and to not be teams, fans of those teams. So for these upstart teams to now be ready to compete, I love it. And these are legacy franchises. I mean, the Bears and the Patriots, and I'll cheer for any team that whips up on the Packers over and over again. I can't.
Yes.
So, I mean, for me, the regular season and the postseason absolutely delivered. And for this to be the matchup, two completely unexpected teams, I love it. I love this matchup. I love it. Could it have been Jacksonville? They got hot towards the end of the season. They could be in the Super Bowl right now.
Bigger long shot, but it could have been. Yes.
Yeah.
The Bears were a long shot. The Patriots won four games.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, and I was listening to the last episode. I said the Patriots went 4-9, and no one called me on that bullshit record because it was 4-13.
Oh,
I said 4-9. I'm like 4-9. I'm like, what was I smoking?
Yeah, that ain't right.
I'm like, I was like, they have 17 games. Like, what's happening?
It sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded good at the time. But yeah, no, I see what you're saying. And honestly, like I would have been disappointed. Let's be serious. But if the Bills were in this right now, I would be slightly happy, because I don't know what it is about Josh Allen, but I want to see that guy succeed.
You can't not love him.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
He's in your division, because then you could really root for him for sure. But
yeah,
you cannot love that guy. He just plays the game in such a fantastic way, and he's insanely talented. And he's probably, listen, the odds are he's probably going to go down on the list of amazing quarterbacks that's not going to go the distance. That's actually, I mean, they got rid of a really good coach, right? They should not have fired that guy. They should not have fired Sean McDermott.
That was wrong.
That was a mistake. And they didn't go get like a proven coach or some hot coach. They just promoted their OC, didn't they?
Oh, God.
Isn't that what they did?
That what they did?
I think so. So, like, what are you doing, Buffalo Bills?
My God.
So, and listen, my guess is they don't make that move without consulting Josh Allen. If they did, that's insane. So I'm assuming he endorsed that move. But man, goodness gracious, I don't see like that. I don't see how that's a recipe for changing their fortunes and going to the Super Bowl. I don't see how that's going to happen.
No,
because now they have a first year head coach.
who's never coached, who's never had coach before.
Yeah, he's never managed a game. He's never managed a season. He's never. So I don't know, man. I unfortunately, and Josh Allen's had quite a bit more success than Joe Burrow, but I think both those guys are going to have similar careers at the end, where they're going to get close, but not all the way, and they're just going to end up on that list of amazing quarterbacks.
Unfortunate, but yeah, it kind of seems like that's the trajectory.
Yeah, the Dan Marino list.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh
It's
man,
like, what the heck, man? Anyway, so my prediction.
Yes.
Who? Yeah, I mean, I feel like not every Super Bowl is like this, but I think this applies to this Super Bowl, where I think you could say any outcome is possible. In other words, a blowout either way, or a close game with either team winning. I think any of those four possibilities is within the realm of possible.
mm-hmm.
I think a Patriots blowout is the least likely of those four.
Agreed.
I think if the Patriots win, it's more likely they're going to win in a close game.
Mm-hmm.
And even if the Seahawks win in a blowout, I think that's 10 or 12 points. I don't think that the Seahawks are going to run away with it and embarrass the Patriots. I think that the most likely is Vegas probably has it right. I think you're probably going to see a total of 40 to 45 points.
Yeah.
And they're going to win by 4.5 is probably about right. I don't know if I had to bet that line, and I'm not a gambler. I don't know which way I would go, but I do think that the Seahawks are going to win, but by more than a point or two. But I think they're going to win by 4 to 7 points. That's about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we kind of all expect a pretty good game.
Kalshi has the Seattle by 68% and 32% are good New England. Seattle wins by over 4.5 points. That's at 52%. Over 45.5 points scored. That's at 50.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And we talked about that. I think an outcome of something like 23-17 is a possible outcome where the Patriots score 2 touchdowns but can't get a third, and maybe the Seahawks are the same, but they kick an extra field goal. I think it's going to be relatively close. I think they got it right.
There we go.
I'll tell you what.
Final pick. Who you got? Gun to your head. Who you got?
Oh, I mean Seahawks.
Okay, I'm going Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to go with the home team.
There you go.
Clearly. I mean, what I'm really, since I don't have rooting interest for either one of these teams, and obviously I'm a little bit biased because Brendan's my friend, so I want you to be happy, but
thank you.
But I'm going to get to watch this game, as not a fan, which actually is a fun way to watch a Super Bowl.
Definitely.
And again, I don't have to be frustrated because I don't have to watch the freaking Chiefs and Eagles again.
Yes.
So for the first time in several years, I'm a non-fan, and I barely have skin in the game. I only have skin in the game on Brendan's behalf. And so what I really root for in that instance, because in recent seasons, I just rooted against the Chiefs because I'm just tired of them. Please go away. And finally they did. So what I root for in this instance is just a good game. Like I want to see good football.
Yep.
That's what I want to see. Now, and what's interesting is it's one of those things where if you don't know who you're going to root for going in, and then the game starts, and then you just kind of find yourself rooting for one of the teams, like, okay, I guess that's who I'm rooting for. And I don't know
how many times been there.
Right. Exactly. So I don't know how it's going to unfold. It's hard because I do think that the Seahawks are going to win in a close game, but I would love for the Patriots to win on Brendan's behalf. So I may find myself rooting for the Patriots, even though I picked the Seahawks.
Right. Totally fair.
Did you guys see the meme where they were like, "Oh, the Patriots had a soft schedule," and then in the playoff they played like the top 5 defenses in one.
Yeah, hindsight, one of the roughest defensive.
Yeah.
How do you predict that? You can't.
Yeah.
I sent you something on our chat I thought was kind of interesting. It was a little funny, but like I was actually kind of intrigued by the statistic here before we move off of NFL. It was
On Facebook or was it on stream?
on Messenger, yeah, in the daddy's baddies.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay. Well, I closed Facebook because it dings.
Oh wow,
That's why it dinged. That was me.
Yep.
that's
That's my bad.
interesting.
I was
That is
I was like,
interesting.
we should pop that up because this is an interesting, very actually disappointing list, if you want to be completely honest. So it started out as a joke. I mean, I guess it was intended to be kind of funny, but Ryan Fitzpatrick tweeted this apparently.
That's right.
Since only 5 schools have produced a U.S. president and a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and Ryan Fitzpatrick said, "This one's on me, Harvard," which hilarious. But I started looking at it, and I went, "Wow, this is a really kind of a sad list for, well, one portion of the list."
Yeah.
So the 5 schools are Michigan, Miami of Ohio, Navy, Stanford, and Delaware. Funny about this, okay, so Michigan's a Big Ten team. That's a major program. Miami of Ohio is a MAC school, which is like the select 55 Budweiser of the Big Ten, if you want to put it that way. Navy is it's Navy. It's sometimes it's an independent, sometimes it's in a conference, sometimes people forget it's a school. Stanford used to be a Pac-12 team. Now they're on the Atlantic Coast Conference because that makes sense. And Delaware, which is an FCS school, Division 1A. So weird list to have a president and a Super Bowl winning quarterback. But
So strange.
when you look at the names, Michigan, Tom Brady, Miami of Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger, Navy, Roger Staubach, fucking Stanford has Plunkett and Elway, and Delaware, Joe Flacco. Great list of quarterbacks. However, if you look at the U.S. president portion of this, Michigan, Gerald Ford, Miami of Ohio, Harrison. Jesus, what's Harrison's first
Benjamin.
name? Marvin? Benjamin Harrison. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes, Marvin Harrison. Yes, that's right.
Marvin. Why was I thinking Marvin? Navy, Jimmy Carter. Fucking Stanford's is Hoover. And last but certainly least, Delaware.
The auto pen.
Joseph Biden. Woof on that list of presidents.
Yeah.
All right, so I couldn't even come up with the first name of one of them, and then the rest were all really bad presidents. So I don't know if this is elite company to keep.
No, I don't think so.
I found it fascinating though. It's kind of fun.
But to your point, other than Michigan, even the other schools are kind of sad.
I know, that's the weird thing. Yeah.
Literally, Michigan and Tom Brady is the only impressive thing in that entire graphic.
And that's the funny thing, because out of all them, Brady was maybe one of the more under the radar on that list. So
I don't remember his hype.
he was a 7th rounder, wasn't he? Or a late rounder.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, he was late round, and he was not like. It's not like he was a name at Michigan. He was just kind of on the roster. I remember.
I can't reproduce it in short enough time, otherwise I'd show it. But have you ever seen the graphic or whatever of basically everywhere Tom Brady winning happens? So like
yes,
it was something like he grew up in the Bay Area and the Niners won Super Bowls and there was World Series and maybe even the San Jose Sharks or whatever, and then he went to
winning
Michigan.
Just follows him,
and he won a national championship, and the Detroit Red Wings won a Stanley Cup, and then he went to Boston. The Red Sox finally broke the curse, and the Bruins won a Stanley Cup, and then he goes down to Tampa, and then the Lightning win back-to-back Stanley Cups, and it was just this crazy, really hilarious thing about how just winning follows Tom Brady.
Yeah, but it's kind of true,
and it's
can't
also
really
true.
turn it off. He just can't turn it off.
Yeah, he can't help it.
Like, I don't know. I don't remember where I was when I realized, I can't hate this guy anymore. Like, he really is the GOAT. Like, I can't hate him.
Exude success.
Yeah.
Well, and then he goes to 10 Super Bowls and wins 7 of them.
Yeah. It was probably midway. I'm like, oh, I can't really hate this guy anymore.
Well, and then his stats after the age of 40 were better than I think most quarterbacks in NFL history.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nuts.
Dude, that
And then he
Bowl
wins a few
had
Super
in
Bowls,
Tampa.
takes a decade off, and then wins more Super Bowls. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he wins Super Bowls with back-to-back, with two different teams, and then he becomes the
Wild.
first quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl in his home stadium. Which, of course, the bizarre thing about that is that in the very
Ridiculous.
next season, Matthew Stafford won in his home stadium. So it had never happened.
That
and
is
then
weird.
That happened.
but Tom Brady was still just as if he doesn't have enough things on his resume. He also has that.
Yeah, he didn't have enough. Yeah, let's give the guy more. Right.
Yeah, he also has that distinction of being the very first. with his second team in his his second to last season. Didn't he play? He only played one more season after that, right?
Yeah.
So at the age
of
like 44 years old with his second team, after having already won 6 Super Bowls, he wins his 7th in his home stadium.
Yeah. And then
Crazy.
the next season he solidified a divorce.
Right.
Yeah. He probably called the commission like, "Hey, I don't have enough records. What can I do? Well, win in my own stadium. Yeah, let's do that. Make that happen.
Make that happen.
Yeah. And then
it's not like I don't have the greatest smile of all time. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. And then, as you pointed out, Brendan, the very next year he loses 115 pounds. So
Dude, he looked sickly, man. That guy did not look okay.
Well, I went through the divorce, but
yeah, but he looked great. Like you remember how his face was like sunken in? Like I don't know.
I don't remember that.
I do. He did not look healthy.
Oh wow.
All right. Well,
before Chris, I know Chris has a couple of things, and I didn't get to talk about this last week, so I've got a week's worth just to jam pack in here real quick. Youth sports. It's that portion, so you can really dial in here, folks. Stryker finished up basketball the last weekend. They went, what was it? So they played one more game to get into the championship for first or second. They won that. They were 6 or 7-1, and then they had to play the team that they lost to.
Oh.
And they ended up losing this one even closer than the first time. And the reason I bring this up, not that I'm bitter or questioning things or wanting to complain or bitch or be that parent, but I found it a little strange that both times they played this team, the biggest, tallest kid on the other team's dad was also the official for the game, and also just didn't call, hey, you can't hang out in the lane, and just stand there and take shots over and over and over and over again. And it's okay that like the two best dribblers and shooters on our team were getting called for traveling, even though they've never traveled the whole season. And one of those calls included a kid from the other team literally hip checking one of our kids as he was, driving for the basket. And I have video proof of it. But no, I mean, it was totally a clean game. And
nothing.
Overall, really solid year. It was a disappointing finish for them. They were all kind of pissed off, but they had a great season, great game, and Stryker finished league play with like 22 points, I believe, which is pretty good considering he was kind of nervous to shoot for a lot of it, even when he had opportunities. So I'd say it was probably 50% overall on the shots that he did take, which not bad. I'll take it.
Yeah.
He's more of the court general type guy, setting up screens, being where he needs to be, passing to the kid who makes the amazing shot. And yeah, he knows his place, and he doesn't like go for the glory like other kids would. So that was really cool to see. And I was proud of him in that regard. And apparently it's not just me thinking that, because they had a team vote because the coaches didn't want to vote on it. They had to pick 3 kids who needed to play in the All-Star game this last weekend. And he didn't think he had a snowball's chance in hell. But obviously his friends and his teammates thought the same thing I did, because overwhelmingly he was second in the voting.
Wow, nice.
Was voted in for that. So that was cool. He got to play in the All-Star game. 30 of the top kids from the whole league played, and that was pretty solid. Like, it was a very tight game. It was fun to watch, and most of these kids had played against each other, but it was kind of that, oh shit, we've never played with each other, so this is awkward, but it's going to get more and more intense as the game goes on. But that was fun. So they I think they might have one more tournament just for the hell of it here before they wrap up basketball season. So he's like, my goal is to score 30. So I'm got to make a few more baskets before we wrap this up. I'm like, okay, can't wait. That'll be fun. Then on the wrestling front, Taven was 6-0 and made his brother super jealous. So Jarek decided to get back into the fray and start going to practice, and even agreed to do a meet. And they went to a school we didn't really know what to expect. It was a really small meet, and it wasn't on the website or the app, and it was really confusing, and it's not even on there now. It doesn't even count towards their record now. Well, Taven had a really rough go. The weight class he was in, these kids were definitely not in the beginner class.
Yeah.
The one was average to probably advanced, and he held his own. Really had a hard matchup, but ended up losing that one. And then the next kid he had to wrestle was super advanced. This kid made it look effortless and just pinned him quickly. And I'm like, that's going to happen, because a lot of these advanced kids are going to sneak into these tournaments where it's just going to happen.
Oh yeah.
So he had a bit of a rough go on this one, and it didn't discourage him though. So I was glad to see that. But and then somebody didn't show up, I think. So we only got to wrestle twice. So instead of the standard 3. So that kind of sucked. And the same thing with Jarek for jumping back in the saddle. He actually went out and got a pin in his first match. So that was super cool. And then the next one was kind of a rough go, but he did he get pinned? I think he got a pin in the first one, then he got pinned late in the first period. Ooh. But yeah, Taven had a really good go against a pretty damn good wrestler that time, and just fell short in points. And then got pinned, and then Jarek got a pin and then ate a pin. So 1-1 and 0-2 in a really kind of a archaic. It's like used to be a really good place to go, everybody was saying, and now it's kind of a shithole. So probably won't do that one next year. So we were like, well, okay, it's cool. Well, we'll get Jarek back in the next week. And well, then Jarek got sick, had strep, so that was all for naught. So Taven had to go by himself this last weekend. It's fine. So we went to this bit, and it was like 400 some kids. It was supposed to be like 450, and I think they came really short of that, because so much sickness going around. But Taven, I'm like, we've been working on the pins. I want to see a pin. So he went out there and pinned this kid. I mean, busted his ass and got a pin. Like, all right, good.
That's
great
awesome.
Start. And it was all second graders. He didn't have to go up against first graders. So he was actually going against kids his age. I'm like, okay, good. And this is going to start happening.
Yep.
Be ready for that. And he did. Went out there pinning the kid. Great. Second kid, I'm like, oh shit, this is from a wrestling club. This is a pretty well-known town. This is going to be tough. I didn't tell him that, but I'm like, all right, this kid's going to be a little bit better. So just be ready for that.
You don't want to.
And he went out there and fought his ass off, and he was up like 10 points.
Whoa.
And then he kind of backed off a little bit, and the kid caught up and got within 3. And I was getting nervous, but then he ended up winning it at the end of the third period, 20-10. So he pulled out a really hard fought one.
Wow.
So he was 2-0. And then the third one, we're like, well, who's he got now? Is this going to be a first grader? Please let him have an easy finish. Maybe. Oh no, it's a second grader. And oh shit, this kid's only lost twice ever. Shit. So it was kind of like the weekend before. He went out there and fought though, and it was quick, but he fought. And they tussled, and he got him in a pretty bad predicament and got a pin. So he went 2-1, got second place, and yeah, he's having a good year though, and
That's
they had a really good practice tonight.
showing, man. That's a good showing.
It's and I'm still pretty new to this whole wrestling meet thing, so I'm trying to get my head wrapped around all the point scoring, and because I didn't wrestle,
Yep,
and it's so much chaos at these meets. I don't know how people do it with multiple kids of multiple age groups. You're there all day. It's chaos.
Yeah, and then they make you pay to watch you have to pay for your kid to go to the meet.
Yeah.
You gotta pay
Yes.
to watch the meet.
Yeah, 20, $25 a pop, so
Fuckers.
double that for us.
Yeah. Cocksuckers.
Yeah.
When my son was wrestling in the gym, the gym was wrestling in this tournament, and I was just like, we walked in the entrance. It was me, my daughter, and Max wanted to see his friends, wrestle. And I walked in and I saw like spectator and the cost, and I'm like, all right,
yeah,
we're just walking past this booth. We're gonna pretend like we're supposed to be here. And that's what I did. I just pushed my along, and someone looked at me, and I waved, "Hey, how's it going?" and just kept going. like that.
Yeah.
I am not paying. We are not paying $20 a head to watch a
Well,
couple.
yeah, no, it's insane.
I was like, no, you can go eat a bag of dicks. That's not.
I'm here to see like
whole
one
bag.
thing, but you want $20 a pop for us. No, get fucked.
No. Plus, I knew we weren't going to be there for more than like a half hour. Like,
yeah, exactly.
My daughter's going to get bored. She's not going to sit watch people wrestle. For
half the people I'm paying for, they're going to fucking beg for my phone and watch that the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to get enough money out of us in the concession booth. You don't need my cover charge for kids who aren't going to watch this fucking
bullshit. It's bullshit. What do you do with that money, you wrestling pricks?
It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
It's not quite that bad, but we took so before that championship basketball weekend, we had two of another couple's kids that were also on the team with us. We had to go to a wrestling meet in one town and then take all of them plus those two kids to a different town to go to the basketball game. So we had to pay for the fucking kids that were with us to get into this thing for the rest of and they're both wrestlers. I'm like, fuck, you guys couldn't have just signed up for this?
Yeah.
You would have gotten in for free.
Yeah.
We would have happily watched you wrestle. Shit.
Just put your singlet on and walk in.
Yeah. I know. Like, you can afford that.
Yeah. It's the wrestling.
Well, we did sneak Jarek in that one of those meets that he decided he wrestled. Like, he's gonna wrestle. It's fine.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. Yeah. Oh, he's all signed up.
He is now. It's fine.
Yeah. Fuck that. I don't care. That's bullshit.
It's a racket. Like, yeah.
The wrestling industrial complex. That's what it is.
Yeah, my $5 is definitely gonna be the make or break for the donation board. Yeah.
We have a voicemail.
Oh, it took you this long to tell us? What a dick.
Can I set this up?
No, it's not the one you sent me. It's a different one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Yep.
Ready for that.
All right, here we go.
There's no more time for banter.
Oh, that's not the right button.
Yeah. Brian. Yeah. Brian.
Yep, that's it.
The fuck was that?
I don't know. But it's from Badass. So thank you.
Talking to Brian.
I don't know.
Can we hear that one more time?
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian.
Does it make more sense if you play it backwards?
If I could, I would try.
Okay. All right.
I would try. So.
Is it like one of those clues from Lost, like one of those shows like Lost, where like, we just need to investigate this a little more.
Next week we're gonna get a last name.
I understand the butt dial.
Yeah.
But the internet voicemail butt dial
It's more
doesn't-
complex. It's harder to
doesn't make
execute.
that. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have to go through several steps to leave that voicemail.
What are those steps, Brendan?
Well,
maybe
you go to
you
the-
should tell people.
You
Good
click
segue.
the link that says "Leave us a voicemail."
No. You just glossed over everything. See what you got to do, folks.
Sorry.
You got to go to your browser. All right. You get that internet browser, whether it's Google Chrome or Firefox or whatever. Like you're using your phone. Okay. And if you're like anybody who's saying you've got Google Chrome and that's your go-to, you
What
go
about
into
Safari?
Well, okay. My God. That's an entire Chris. I don't have time to get into why that's so fucking offensive, but most people, sane people, are using
Why you
Google Chrome,
I'm so sorry.
and there's a URL bar. If you don't know what that is, it's that thing up at the top where you type in the www.whateverthefuck.com. You type in dadsww.com. Guess what's going to pop up? The greatest website in the history of podcasting. That's what. And you know what happens? On the bottom right, there's a button. It's in color. Everything else is black, like Chris's heart, talking to international listeners. But this button is lit up like green or red or some crazy fancy color, and it says voicemail. Leave it, bitch. It doesn't say that, but it might as well. You click on that. It's on
implied.
the bottom right. Yeah, it's implied. You click on that, and a box, it's white with orange buttons and stuff, is going to pop up, and it's going to say, hey, would you like to record? Yes, absolutely I would. You hit record. You leave us a message with your voice, your actual voice. Then you hit stop and you type in a name, apparently. Badass is fine. And you hit send. It can be a question, a comment, a concern, just telling all three of us how sexy you find my sultry voice so we can all enjoy that comment. And you send it. And then we will play it on the show. That's how you do it, folks. And I expect a dozen of these next week because I've just explained this. And I will give you a video guide on how to do this if you're still confused. Just go to Linktree/Tony the Rod and find me on a social, and I will guide you through it if I have to. But we expect these voicemails.
Close on or close off.
Hey, Tony, I think it looks something like this.
It looks exactly like that, Chris. See, bottom right, it's green.
So here's
Yes,
what the website looks like.
And it's beautiful.
That's
And
it.
then here's the button that Tony is so eloquently
talking
describing to you right there.
Yep. And you can be anonymous. You don't have to put a name. You can just put anonymous. You don't have to put badass or theater.
Right. Yeah. Especially if you're telling us about how sexy I am, you might want to stay anonymous. That's
So
understandable.
if you're brave enough to push that button, it looks like this.
Start
recording.
Yep.
Yeah. So just saying.
All right, Chris, you're up.
Okay, well, I have a handful of things. It's really difficult for me to decide which one to go to first. I don't actually know how to share my screen. I think it's down here. I guess where I push this button with the
Plus.
You hit present.
All right, so I'm gonna hit that. Share screen. And I've got something I want to run by you guys. How do I do? What am I doing?
We don't know. This could go so many different ways.
I'm waiting
I'm
for
gonna go
This
here.
could be a picture of like his body. He's like, hey guys, is this infected? We'll be like, we don't know. This is we're not doctors.
Can I interest you guys in this?
Is this professional volleyball?
Sure is. It's called Major League Volleyball, Tony.
Is this featuring the Omaha Supernovas?
Wow. You're way more informed than I expected you to be. That's
Hello,
ridiculous.
I live in Nebraska. Volleyball's kind of our sport since the football team died.
So here are your teams. So Tony's
Hey, look
lucky
at
enough
that.
to have one near him.
Yes,
I
I
have
have
one
not
in
gone yet, and I do intend to.
I have one in my town. Now, sadly, Brendan,
oh,
they have 6, 9. They have 8 teams.
I think I think I heard on the radio this morning that Dallas is playing in Omaha.
Is
This
that
week.
right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said this morning.
perfect chance for you
Okay.
together.
So as you, I'm on my way, Tony. So as you can
All
see,
right.
here are the lucky cities that have one of these franchises in their town: Atlanta, Columbus, Ohio, Dallas, Texas, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Indianapolis, Omaha, Nebraska, in Tony's backyard,
Yes.
Orlando, San Diego, and coming next year, Minnesota,
Oh.
in their spare time when they're not doing what they've been doing.
Yeah, doing horrible things. Yeah.
They've been busy, Tony. They've got a lot.
How are
of
they
their
going to fund that team, I wonder?
plate.
Elon.
I don't know, but we're all gonna leer how they're gonna do that soon. So,
We will leer soon enough, yes.
but Minnesota's getting a team, and so is NorCal. I don't know what that means.
NorCal.
That could be
No-
San Francisco. That could be Sacramento. That could be who knows. But
You know
somewhere
what?
in
it's
the
not.
north,
It's not LA. I can tell you that.
it's not
'cause that's
SoCal. It's
SoCal.
NorCal. That's right. So, but okay. Look. So all sarcasm aside, so I think you gentlemen would agree with me. Generally, for most sports, I don't mean anything offensive by this. I'm just being honest. I think we're in the
Right.
majority. For most sports, we would prefer to see men compete in that sport. Am I on an island here? Do you guys agree?
No, I don't. I can't watch WNBA. I couldn't take that seriously because I can't take the NBA seriously. If I'm going to be completely honest, and if I'm going to watch like flag football, I would probably pick what's on tonight, the Pro Bowl. Although women do flag football, and I wouldn't. I would probably watch it, but it would probably be after the NFL level talent. When it comes to the sport specifically, there are a couple sports where I might actually be inclined to pick women first, and volleyball would definitely be the first, and soccer would definitely be the second because those are bitches. Straight up bitches. You want to see absolute rancid bitches going against other bitches? Soccer women are just bitches to each other. And that's full fucking contact. Now volleyball, a lot less full on contact, but again, I'm biased because there's a lot of former Nebraska players, especially on the Omaha Supernovas, but we've got a very storied history with elite level volleyball, and it's not a joke. Like we pack the fucking house. We come out in droves. You can't get tickets to watch Nebraska volleyball. You just can't. It's serious shit. So, and obviously, Chris, Texas A&M had a badass year, even knocked off Nebraska.
So I'm told.
Yeah, I'm sure you were right there, just watching every inch of it. No.
I definitely should have been, but I have a couple of friends that are much better Aggies than I ever was, and they pulled me aside and told me about this. And I was
Let
like,
you know, yeah.
I was like, oh, thank you.
No,
thank
we
you.
actually take volleyball pretty seriously in this state, and we hold is it the world record for attendees for a women's sporting event
Did you
because
say
we hosted
attendees?
Attendees.
Attendees. Okay.
because
That
we
makes-
hosted and I think it was a women's soccer game used to hold it, but now Nebraska UNL holds it because we held a volleyball game in Memorial Stadium, the football stadium, a couple of years ago,
Did you
and
have
we sold it out,
have
which
more to-
was like 85,000 people for a
Wow.
volleyball game, for a collegiate women's volleyball game. So
How,
yeah,
how
we
come
take
my
it
screen's
seriously.
not sharing anymore?
because I was sick of watching the same fucking video.
Yeah, Brendan doesn't like watching girls' tight asses in tiny.
Oh,
little
you
shorts.
blocked me. I didn't realize you blocked
No,
me.
I didn't block it. I can put it back up. I just it was the same loop for.
There were not enough banana hammocks for
Oh,
Brendan's
sorry.
liking.
Sorry.
All right,
Yeah.
so here's what I'm going to say about this. I also would not watch the WNBA because I think that's embarrassing.
It's fucking
Basketball.
horrible.
Unless unless Caitlin Clark is playing, and then Greg.
I
is-
will watch her go against Angel Reese if I had to, just because that rivalry might actually pique my interest.
Well, have we shown the video on this show of Angel Reese repeatedly missing layups? Like
No,
under-
but
Oh, she's terrible, but I've
she's
seen it.
awful.
Yeah.
She's so
It's
bad.
one of my
She's
favorite
not
videos.
good.
Yeah.
it's a video of her. I think maybe in I don't know, high school or college, where she's under the rim and she makes about 6 attempts at a layup before she makes it. Anyway,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Not good, and she's the second best known player.
Yeah. So anyways, what I wanted to end with is I would go watch this. This looks really, really entertaining. I would actually rather watch women play volleyball than men playing volleyball. I don't even know
Oh, yeah.
why. I don't know why. And it's not because they're women.
It's the physical stature. They're just kind of built for it better, if that makes sense. Like physicality wise, they're just built.
I think it's the competitiveness. Like for some reason, this seems like way more competitive. These people are way more excited about this game than if you watch an NBA game. You know what I mean?
Well, what I'm getting at is I don't know that volleyball. I'm watching this. It is a short loop, so you can take it off the screen if you want to. But like literally just this looping video, I'm like, that kind of looks awesome, and I kind of want to go see that. I can't even explain why. I just do.
It's no joke. I'm telling you, there's an appeal, and I get it. It's not going to be for everybody, but there is definitely appeal for women's volleyball. And if you are familiar with top level collegiate volleyball, like this was when they announced this for Omaha, like people were pretty fucking stoked because we're like, for years it was like, we get this crazy amount of talent for volleyball in college, but then it's like, what do you do next? How do you sustain that? Well, it was the coach, and he just retired, and this was actually the first year of the new coach, and they had a great year, came up short, but whatever. But how do you sustain that? Well, professional level volleyball, an hour away from Lincoln now, and that's awesome. A big deal. So it is cool, and I do want to go check this out because a lot of former Huskers are going to be very attracted to this. So
I'm in. I would go see this.
I do recommend it. Now, volleyball, it's not again, it's not full contact like basketball, even
I don't need
men
that.
or women, but if you can kind of understand the scoring and what each person on the court is supposed to be doing at the time, like once you start understanding the game a little bit, it's actually pretty competitive and engaging. So yeah,
well,
sure, get a chance.
I wasn't aware of the history of volleyball in the state of Nebraska. Now it makes perfect sense why Omaha would get one of these franchises.
Yeah, long overdue.
No, that's great. But what's attractive to me about this is one, their intensity, right? I mean, clearly these women are
they don't fuck around.
Incredibly athletic, incredibly talented, and they fight like hell. They're super intense. You don't even need any contact. Like you need zero contact. You can clearly see how competitive, how talented, and how intense they are, which I love. The other thing is volleyball is a very simple sport, so you don't have to have a history with it or know someone that plays or know anything about it. Like it's so simple and straightforward, and I like that it's on a smaller playing surface, so it's not like soccer, where it's like the
field a massive field, yeah.
The field is like 1 mile wide by 2 miles long. Like it's. I don't even know how big it is compared to basketball, but it's similar. Obviously, they're playing in smaller arenas, which I actually like because it's more intimate. And if you got a really great crowd, it's a great event to watch. But it's super simple. It's very straightforward to watch. It's not a complicated sport. And so
when there's a tight game going on and you can actually see the talent level
it's intense.
Is there. It is actually it's engaging. And
I
know it's weird to say, but it is true.
I mean, it would have been weird just for me to hear you say that until I watched this loop video, and I'm like, no, I get it. This website actually worked exactly as intended. Like, I get it, and I kind of want to go see this.
Yeah, you get a chance, I do suggest it. I highly suggest
I probably will. I mean, apparently,
and honestly, if you get a chance, go watch the A&M women play. If you get a chance, because I think they're going to be good again next year. I really do. Fucking great year for them. They won the national championship. They and the only reason they did that is because they managed to knock off Nebraska. So
wow, that's cool.
If you get a chance, definitely go check them out.
Well, then retroactively consider this trash talk. So in your face.
Well, okay, then retroactively consider this. The only reason we lost that game is because half the players were sick.
Well, that sounds like a lot of whining by the loser. So
We were 20-something and 0 before that game. We were completely undefeated, and then they just came
this
up
is not
short.
fresh in the
It
charts
was
right
I think it was a 5-set game, which if you can win 3 sets out of 5, so if you win 3 sets, it's over. I think they won all 5.
I don't know if you know the answer to this question. I'm assuming you do not. But when does the season for this run? When is the volleyball season?
It's going right now. I
But
think
when
it
does it
started.
end?
I want to say the professional side started
January 8th.
Yeah, I think early January.
So I could have taken my mother for her 82nd birthday.
Yes, and you still could.
No, because it was on January 8th. But there was also a game on my father's birthday, January 14th. So anyway,
or just take them both and say, "Hey, double present, belated."
Good point. I think I'll probably do that. Okay, so anyway, thumbs up to women's professional Major League Volleyball. I'm in.
Boom! Thought you were going to school me on something. Failed on that one. What do you got this time?
What up, loser?
I agree. I'm 0 for 1. I did not expect you to come back at me with like a ton of volleyball knowledge. So, I accept that defeat.
Harper Murray, Lexi's son. What?
That's okay.
John Cook's greatest.
Now you're just piling on.
Ever.
Okay, you're just running up the score at this point.
I know.
Okay. So now what I want to bring you guys is, let's see if I can find it. Okay, can I share my screen again?
Brendan's like, only if it's dudes wearing tight shorts this time.
It is dudes wearing tight shorts, so lucky. It's your lucky day.
Schlong.
Yes.
So
banana hammock.
I'm actually going to do a double. Oh, I have to share my screen again.
Yep.
You're making this really complicated.
That button.
Okay, so this is the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys. This is actually, I'm doubling down. I was gonna share these separately. Why is this not coming up on the screen?
I don't know. Hold on. Oh, here it is.
Weren't you just saying what a savant Chris is at this podcasting thing?
Well, it's hard to do when Brendan blocks me from sharing this.
I didn't block it.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So I think I mentioned to you guys that I wanted to bring a feature to the show that I wanted to call
God.
the bee or not the bee.
Yes.
So I was going to do this separately, but it just so happens that Not the Bee has the other thing I wanted to bring up on the show tonight, which is, now I'm going to assume that you guys also missed the Grammys willingly.
Yeah, no, didn't watch the Grammys, but I was hoping we would mention this.
Yeah, so I also did not watch the Grammys because of this kind of
who the
nonsense.
Fuck watches the Grammys?
Right. So, I mean, I heard we missed a few things that I probably would have liked to have seen sincerely, but I also didn't want to get exposed to this crap. So here's something that happened at the Grammys: is Billie Eilish won her 403rd Grammy or whatever, and she goes up for her acceptance speech, and the cause du jour that all the celebrities, as soon as they get in front of a microphone at an award show, they're going to talk about it.
Platform.
Yes, yeah, they've been given this platform, and so the cause this year is, of course, hating ICE, whatever. And so she makes a comment about ICE, but before she does that, she does a land acknowledgement, which is also something I'm a huge fan of. I do that every time I run into somebody. Like if I run into a friend at the grocery store, I say, "Hey, before we start our conversation, I just want to let you know this Sprouts is on Cherokee land, and we need to acknowledge that before I grab some apples and some walnuts and some canned soup, and then we can talk about whatever. But I just want to get that out of the way." My friends love it when I do that. So she mentions that whatever, she references this tribe, and it just so she's got a whatever it is, like a $25 million home on 2.5 acres or whatever, sprawling Los Angeles estate, and then references this tribe. Well, the tribe responds and says, "Hello." And of course, everyone's now asking Billie Eilish, "Hey, when are you gonna give that estate of yours to the tribe that you acknowledged?"
Oh, I meant all of you, not me. See, I'm special. I'm one of the chosen. I'm one of the elitist. Not
Actually,
me.
I
You.
I
You,
have
the people that I'm
Native American
platforming for.
blood. I have some Native American blood in me. His name was wait, what?
The only
So
way
so
she's
there's
got Native American blood in her is if she got fisted by some fucking crackhead walking out of the Indian casino.
Yep.
Sorry, was
so
that
there's
controversial?
I mean, not if it's the truth, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I feel like 50% chance it is.
so there's 2 points that I think are important to make that I've heard several people make every time these land acknowledgments come up. One is they always do the acknowledgement, but they never say, and the next thing I'm going to do is give back my property to the tribe that I just acknowledged. Like they never do that ever. That they don't intend to. Like
Yeah.
so it's literally it's the most obvious virtue signaling amongst lots of obvious virtue signaling. It's like,
Yes.
isn't it kind of taunting and insulting to acknowledge that the very expensive home, the estate that you own, is on stolen land by your own words? You even identify, you
amazing.
know the tribe that it was stolen from, and now you're just kind of
Can you imagine her like having to go out in front of a press conference and like address this? But obviously she wouldn't. That wouldn't happen to her because she pled to the fucking sheep and they love her for it. But if she had to like answer for this, can you imagine her up there at a podium going, "No, you don't understand. But see, I paid for it. So it's okay because it is mine." Completely unaware of the fact that the fucking US was sold in the same manner of legality and in terms of owning land that, yeah, it would be incredible to watch.
Well,
it really would.
it's like when I buy tools from someone that stole them from someone else, right?
Right.
You know, like when I go to Facebook Marketplace and I see a tool that's discounted $200 and has a name scratched out of it, and I go, yeah, that's legit. And I go and buy that tool, but then the owner of that tool calls me and goes, dude, that's my tool. I'm like, well,
So was Billie Eilish.
it is. I accept that this is your tool, but I'm gonna keep it because I paid for it.
But how
Exactly.
how do these ridiculous people not realize how ridiculous they sound that they're going to
Because
get up
they're
on a podium?
fucking stupid, and
They don't care.
Yeah,
Because they know that the people that are listening to them actually platform these stupid opinions are stupider than them.
I just find it completely absurd that they get up in public and acknowledge the tribe, and then
It's amazing.
and then they know so like they acknowledge, hey, my huge estate where tens of billions of dollars is on stolen, they call it stolen, from this tribe. I even know what tribe it is. So this home that I'm going to return to after this event.
Cool. She can use Google. Nice.
Right. And then but they don't then realize, oh, what I'm really just doing is I'm just insulting and spiking the football on them and taunting them.
Yes.
That I not only so it's not that I was ignorant. I didn't know that it was on stolen Indian land. Not only do I know it, but I'm telling you I know it publicly as I possibly could. And then I'm not going to say this, but what's implied is of course I'm not giving it to you. I'm acknowledging it's yours. It's almost like another way to say this is that it's kind of like, I think squatting laws in the United States are just ridiculous, right? Like
yeah, it's and they're still upheld. It's unreal.
So basically all these elitist assholes are basically acknowledged they're all squatting on Indian land and come and get it if you think you can, right? So I think it's hilarious that this tribe, kind of said hello. But what I really wish that they would do is sue these people. I wish they would sue them. I wish they would come after them legally with an attorney and say, you literally said that you stole it from us. How is it? So you stole it.
I it's not that I don't exactly know who Billie Eilish is. Like, that's a singer, correct?
Yeah, she's a musician of some sort.
She's worth $50 million.
Is she from the US or is she from the UK?
No, she's from here.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if that makes it even better or even worse. Like I was like, yeah. So I don't know. These people that get awards that are, I don't
She's
know,
from LA, apparently. Yeah.
self-aggrandizing, really. And
Right.
I just I don't want to hear your political opinions. I don't want to hear your
Yeah.
social opinions. Like, just sing more songs and shut the fuck up. Like I that's how I feel. Like I don't really care. Like, even if they agree with me, like that's not your
Right.
job. Like, that's not your job. Like, I mean,
Like if we
I don't
were close or cool or I knew you, maybe we could like
have a
talk
discussion.
some.
We could have a
Yeah,
discussion.
we could jive.
But I don't know. Like, you receive the award, say thank you for voting for me, and then move off to the
Yes.
Right.
stage left.
Ricky Gervais said it. Like Ricky Gervais is a fucking saint.
Oh, he was so good.
And
God.
I've seen it so many times since this bitch made this little speech, and it's so much. It's still true. What he's saying: accept your award, thank your God, whoever, doesn't matter, and then fuck off.
Yeah,
Because
no one,
nobody cares.
no one
Nobody
cares
cares, and nobody should care.
your politics du jour.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Like,
what happened, for like in a nutshell, this is according to Other Story page on Facebook. I'm sure that's a really reputable page. Billie Eilish didn't hold back during her Grammy acceptance speech for Wildflower. Apparently that's her big song this year. I don't know. While accepting Song of the Year, she pivoted from gratitude to activism, declaring that no one is illegal on stolen land. She urged the crowd to keep protesting and ended her speech with a blunt message to the government: fuck ICE. Now, you can make the jokes about, oh, she's got all this millions of dollars in this land and these tribes and blah 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 blah. The fuck ICE thing, I think more than anything, is what stood out to me, because she's so vocal about it. Can we expect to see her at the next protest that turns violent amongst the commoners? Is she going to be out there with her fucking sedan trying to, bump into ICE agents or
Well,
eating
first of all,
pepper spray? I bet she's fucking not.
she's not driving her Bugatti out there.
Oh,
Okay,
so
like, that's
if
not.
she's not, maybe she should do like Ricky Gervais said: accept your award, thank your God, and fuck the fuck off. Because nobody should give a shit what you have to say. You should not be calling anybody to activism if you're not actually willing to go out and do it yourself. This is the biggest fucking example of hypocrisy that there is today, because people hang on every word that these idiots have to say. You look at professional athletes that have these strong opinions, or musicians that have these amazing takes, white hot takes on the climate of the world, but would never be caught dead in a million years actually doing them or backing them up or going out and exercising what they're talking about. She's a great example.
Yep.
She would never actually be out there being an activist. That's never going to happen. So if that's never going to happen, why should anybody give a flying fuck what she has to say? Why should anybody care about her opinion? And why should anybody champion this bullshit train of thought? Now, it's not that I disagree with her take. It's the fact that there's so much hypocrisy wrapped around her take. It's just, please, for the love of God, pick and choose who you choose to be inspired by very, very carefully, folks, because Billie Eilish, she ain't fucking it, okay? She's not. And if she shows up next week at a fucking Minneapolis protest, I will be the first one to admit I was wrong, but I bet I'm fucking not.
Yeah,
Well-
I'm not sure anyone that follows her is listening to our podcast, but I mean,
Well, if they've made it this far, by all means, I'm telling you right now, listen to Tony fucking G over Billie fucking Eilish.
Well, Tony, would it surprise you to know that she lives obviously behind a gated wall and has a team of private security?
no.
Only gated? I assumed that there was a force field bubble over this bitch's house.
Sorry, I meant to mention the moat also. I think there's a
Oh,
moat.
okay. With crocodiles or alligators? Gotta be
Both.
alligators.
Yeah, both.
Oh, so there's the crocs on land and gators in the swamp. Got it.
That's right. And so here's another point that I've heard many times regarding this land acknowledgement thing is that
God, her eyes are fucking scary. Jesus, I can't, like, this is the only, every time I look up at the screen, like, she looks like a cadaver.
Yeah.
Tony nightmare.
So the other point that I've heard people make is, hey, which Indian tribe should we release the land to? Because, you know, throughout the history of Indians in the country, basically they just murdered each other and kept taking each other's land. So which tribe should we give it back to? Really, you're just and then I don't remember whoever was making this point. I don't remember the exact tribes, but let's just say it was the Iroquois. Like the Iroquois bought rifles from the Dutchmen, and so then they had rifles where their rivals had bows and arrows and spears, and so they just murdered them all by shooting them because they had better weaponry. And so which of these tribes, like how far? So let's just say that the Iroquois stole the land from the Cherokees, and the Cherokees stole it from the Apaches, and the Apaches stole it from the Mohicans. Like, should we go all the way back? Should we research and figure out which Indian tribe wandered onto some random piece of land first and bypass all of the other ones that overcame those Indian tribes and murdered them all? Let's go back to the first one, find whatever Mohicans are left, and make sure that we give the land to them because they had it stolen, and then it was stolen, and then we stole it. So clearly we have to do all the research and go all the way back to the very, very beginning, right? Let's just give all the, let's just find the closest direct descendant to Adam and Eve, and let's just give all the land on the face of the earth just to like Cain and Abel. Like, you know, let's just give it all back to them.
Of course.
Because ever since then it was stolen a bunch of times. So everyone that stole it from the previous person is just a thief and it's not their land anyways. So how far back do we go with this?
Well, like you said, the Iroquois. So I'm reminded, of course, of Little Bear and the Indian in the cupboard. And who wouldn't recall I believe it was the third book in the series, the Union Army and one of the other toys that they put inside it was a chest at that point, not a cupboard. They were actually giving weaponry to the Iroquois tribe so that they could win whatever battle it was. But there was a lot of friendly fire, and they didn't really exactly have enough training to properly use the firearms. So there was some self-inflicted wounds and some friendly fire happening during that battle. And I've clearly gone on a tangent that didn't need to be.
Well, I watched.
My bad. Nobody knew that there was 4 installments of that fucking book, did you? I did.
Well, I watched Last of the
Read 'em
Mohicans,
all.
and so I'm pretty sure that guy's dead. So there's none left. And I'm pretty sure that was nonfiction, that movie.
Hang on a second, Brendan. Hang on. I actually, someone in my family once told me that I was 1/16th Mohican.
Well, they're a liar because
Fuck.
I saw the movie.
All right, fine. I will give you my house.
Give you my house.
So when you saw that movie, I hope you enjoyed my documentary. That was about me.
Yeah.
Last of the Mohicans.
You're the last one.
Of course.
Yeah.
The last in the
So I'll be around. I'll be stopping by each of your homes to collect my deed of my property that clearly you stole from me.
And
can I just offer
there'll be a
squirrel hide, some corn?
I'm not falling for that again, Tony.
Yeah. No, they like beaver.
Well, I just killed a bunch of squirrels this weekend.
Well, I think the sequel to Last of the Mohicans is coming out. It's called Last of the 1/16th Mohicans. That'll be out soon. Where Chris gets murdered.
Whoa. What?
Spoiler. Jesus.
Well,
man.
no, I mean it's
it's in production.
Yeah. I mean the redcoat's back or something. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all that to say is that this is the first of maybe future installments of what I call the Bee or Not the Bee.
Yes. I loved that. That was great. I loved the whole idea and the concept of it. But yeah, this one was it was a great jumping off point.
Yeah,
yes.
we won't necessarily spend this much time on each story because what I really want to do is just go through my favorite.
Good one.
Yeah, it was. It deserved the extra time. But in future installments of the Bee or Not the Bee, I'm just going to kind of quick hit my favorite headlines from both, because for those that aren't familiar, you know what the bee is. The bee is similar to the onion. Well, at some point I stumbled across
Well, it's
Not the Bee,
better.
and Not the Bee is just as absurd of stories, except
Yes.
they're real stories.
Real. Yes.
So
So disturbing.
Which makes
but
it
it's-
even crazier. Yeah.
it does, and listen, they deliver. If you follow Not the Bee
Yes.
anywhere, you're like, are you kidding me? This is actually a real story. Yes, it's actually a real story.
I have to do the
So-
double take for the red circle with Slash every
Right,
time.
right, exactly. So
Yeah.
in the future, I want to try to get to, maybe 3 or 4 of each, just because just the headlines alone with no discussion are pretty fantastic.
I love it.
Okay.
Absolutely love it.
So before I yield, I just have one more thing. I think both of you are going to be very, very interested in this. So I've got some bad news, but then some good news. So the
Okay.
bad news is well established. The fact that Brent and I were not
Billie
able
Eilish is sad. Yeah.
yeah. No, everybody knows that. That's not news at all.
Yeah. Of course.
But Brent and I were not able to continue our show, Weekly Rewind, which we both really enjoyed quite a bit. The main reason is just because
It made me sad because I was enjoying the hell out of it, but whatever.
Well,
it's fine.
Thank you for saying
Audience
that.
of one.
And not to pile on, Tony, but chances are we were probably going to have you on, if not once, if not many
See,
times.
fuck.
So,
All right, here we go.
No.
Yeah. Oh, it's
No,
fine. Just
I know.
put a cigarette lighter to my taint while you're at it.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh,
That escalated quickly. Anyway, it was a great show. I really loved it. Brendan and I had a lot of fun doing it. We were going to invite you on probably multiple times.
It's fine.
However, 2 things got in the way of the show continuing. Well, 3 things. One I can't mention. The second thing was that it was actually in order to pull off the show the way I wanted to, it was very labor intensive, both on the front end and the back end.
As we mentioned, you're a stickler when it comes to quality.
Yes, and I appreciate you mentioning that. And then the other thing is that I have a podcast addiction and I can't stop launching shows.
That's true. Also very true.
That's not even a joke. Like I literally
No.
have 9 podcasts, and I think 4 of
So
them are
many.
active. Yeah,
So
it's no, don't do that. Don't follow my lead. I really enjoy it, but I don't recommend it for other people. Okay, all that.
You know
all
how
that-
there's like billions of podcasts? Make as many as you can.
yeah, there definitely are 4.5 million podcasts out in the world, and I have 9 of them.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll never catch up, but I'm doing my best. So all that to say is that we had a handful of kind of regular people that were leaving voicemails for us. And last December, and I'm so sorry that it took me this long to get to it. I just didn't know what to do with this, but we'd already, discontinued the show like several months before. And I get this voicemail through our Weekly Rewind voicemail number, like middle of December. And I was like, oh man, I love these voicemails. I'm so thankful that they voicemailed again, but I don't know what to do with this audio. And then, of course, I became a regular on this show, and it literally just occurred to me within the last week or two. I was like, "Oh, you idiot! Just play it on Dad's Worldwide. Just play it here. Brendan will play it." So
God.
I am thrilled, even though we've discontinued the show months ago, and we're never going to do it again. Likely, I have a voicemail. Probably our very last voicemail that I want to bring to the Dad's Worldwide audience, and this is great because this gives me an opportunity to give the audience of this show, in case you weren't listening, a little taste of what Brendan and I got to experience on our other show. So with literally no additional ado.
If this has any inkling to what I'm thinking of, I'm also excited.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Why?
I don't know why.
Well, I mean, Tony was a listener to the show, so he got to
was.
enjoy
I
it.
know. I
Yeah, so
look forward to these voicemails every week.
Yes,
That's not a
and
joke.
So I'm just going to tell you, this is one of our regular voicemailers that was calling us that we liked very much, and I just had it. I've had it in my folder, and I don't know what to do with this, and now I do. So by all means, Brendan, let her rip,
All right.
and then we get to respond.
Oh God, sorry, that was really loud. My bad. Let me turn it down a little bit.
Can't be loud enough. Welcome to Weekly Rewind, where we look back on the week's biggest stories. With your hosts, Chris Green and Brendan Roy. Ready? Let's go. On today's episode, do we need to be afraid of monkeypox? Look out. Florida man's at it again. And can you believe the Liberty are about to win the WNBA Finals? Before we get to all that, I'd like to welcome my co-host from the free state of New Hampshire. It's Brendan Roy. Welcome, sir.
What? That was it, man.
Really?
Oh no. Yeah, that's what you sent me. You sent me the intro.
That doesn't make sense. Huh.
I was like, "Oh, cool! We get to listen to a podcast while doing a podcast. This is
Well,
the
dang it.
greatest inception
Yep.
ever."
Yeah,
Like
that's-
Leonardo DiCaprio up in this.
Wow,
bitch.
I was like, you even you even put an intro on it. I'm like, that's
Wow.
same.
No, I didn't.
Nobody said anything. I'm just like, I just started getting into it. I'm like, "Oh, I missed this."
Yeah.
Well, and
Then
I was just
started
gonna,
listening.
I was just gonna say, I don't know where he would have gotten that audio from, but
Someone sent it to me.
huh. Well, that's weird. Okay,
That was amazing.
I'm just gonna play it from here. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Apparently, he can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know I could do that, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Well, let me try again. Here we go. Let's
And scene.
just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you can actually hear it.
Nope.
I guess you couldn't hear that.
This time, no.
Really?
I could a minute ago. Whatever happened, I don't know what you did,
Okay.
but I could.
All right, I've got one more. I've got one more option. I think you're actually going to be able to hear it this time. I don't know why I think that, but I do. Okay, ready?
Yeah, this is Leslie Manbird, and I'm wondering how many of you racist, bigoted, transphobic people could fit inside of the sun? Get back to me, or I will report you to HIPAA.
The fuck?
Okay. You know what? It's a short message, and I'm just going to play it again because I want to make sure I understand the question. Because one thing that Brendan and I were always very careful to do was to carefully listen to the message and then be sure that we responded to the voicemail. So let me just play it one more time, if I could.
Yeah, this is Leslie Manbird, and I'm wondering how many of you racist, bigoted, transphobic people could fit inside of the sun? Get back to me, or I will report you to HIPAA.
Okay, so listeners of Dads Worldwide, that was Leslie Manbeard, one of our frequent voicemailers, and
First time that they didn't self-identify, so I don't know. I guess I'll just say he, she, they, them doesn't understand that HIPAA's not something you report people to.
Like, that's the issue.
That
That's the
sounds
issue
pretty
you have.
transphobic to me, Brendan.
I apologize to the pygmies in South Guinea.
Yeah, amen.
Amen.
That's also a Nebraska.
I guess
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna take the question head on, and I'm just gonna say quite a few.
Was there a question?
Yeah, it was how many?
well,
how
yeah.
many of? Well, I mean, listen.
Felt
I'm
like
not
it was
gonna-
more of a statement.
Well,
No, it was a question.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
the voicemailer, first of all, leveled a bunch of insults at us, and it made some accusations.
No, I think they were just really less of insults and more terms of endearment.
Okay, well,
Is
well,
voicemail a pronoun, or I just want to? I'm just curious. I don't know.
Well, okay, look, it depends whether you're saying voicemail or voice female.
I'm afraid. I'm just
What are
afraid.
your pronouns? Voice male or voice female?
I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna try to jump through those hoops. I'm just gonna answer the question. I think whoever you were talking to, quite a few of those would fit inside the sun. Just a lot. A lot
I mean,
of
how many could we guesstimate though?
A lot of them.
I mean, more than 7.
So approximately 1.3 million Earths can fit inside the sun, given the vast volume. Theoretical calculation suggested a quintillion people could fit inside the sun, almost 2 billion times over. The sun is a massive sphere holding over 98% of the entire solar system's mass. But if you consider the fact that if we're talking about a full quintillion of people could fit inside of the sun, how many of a quintillion would actually be transphobic, racist, gender-phobic, non-pansexuals? That's the real question.
Just
Like
concerned.
what percentage? What percentage of those people?
Yeah.
Most.
Ballpark.
Most of them.
Well, I mean, it'd be about.
It's got to be less than 10%.
It'd be the same percentage of what the population is actually trans. Probably, it's like 0.01%.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's fair.
I just appreciate that we took a really scientific approach to the question.
Yeah.
That's what we do here. I mean, it's not only worldwide, as Phil KOE has pointed out numerous times over the years, it's intergalactic.
We like
intergalactic.
We like to fill our hate with science.
Trust the science.
We like to back our hate up with science. Is that what you meant?
Trust the science.
Whatever you want, however you want to say it.
Get Dr. Fauci on here to verify.
Well, that's all I have. So thank you for giving me the floor.
It's amazing.
I'm gonna finish by saying, and now I'm just kind of crossing my fingers. First of all, I apologize, Leslie, that it took me 6 weeks to play your audio somewhere.
Like 6 months, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
On Leslie's behalf.
Right. I don't know. I don't know if Leslie migrated after we finished our show. I don't know if Leslie migrated from our previous show to this show. In case Leslie did that, I'd like to invite Leslie to now start leaving voicemails here.
Right. Well, I feel like Leslie's probably had their hands full with, ICE protests and Grammy award shows and things of that nature. So hopefully Leslie has not been deprived of such entertainment since the Weekly Rewind's been on hiatus.
I guess what I want to say is Leslie, don't feel like you lost a platform so much as you've potentially, if you want, just changed platforms. You've just moved to a different platform. This can be your new platform. We welcome your contributions because I think your questions are fantastic. We always enjoy answering them. Just bring those inquiries right here to Dads Worldwide. Earlier in the show, we already demonstrated how easy it is to do that.
That's true.
So, I mean, actually,
it's so easy a caveman could do it, like Geico.
That's right. So I'd like to formally invite you to bring your questions to this show since that show doesn't exist anymore.
That's very fair.
All right.
That's so impressive.
We're on a hard stop here. So, Chris, 1 minute. Where can people find you? I'm serious. Fucking 1 minute. Let's go.
We're getting closer on the website. The website may be done by the end of this month. So that may be coming. gravitybeard.com. If you go there now, don't even worry about it. In the meantime, come here, or Pop Culture Project, Ask It Anything, or 3 Room Apartment are all podcasts that if you search for them or just search for Gravity Beard Productions, you will find us.
Tony.
You can find me at Linktree/Tony the Rod or Linktree/Big Buckin, which is the Big Buckin Empire on Facebook and YouTube, which is the Dog and Chicken Show on Facebook and YouTube, which is the KOE Nation sometimes. It used to be once in a lifetime ago on YouTube. You can find me on Dark Side of the Fringe on Spotify, where we talk about all things paranormal, controversial, conspiracy, and cryptozoology. But more importantly, most consistently, and most topically and sexily, we're international sex kitten captain aviators is most prevalent. right here at Dad's Worldwide.
Heck yeah. Big Buckin is back. We're doing live. So
Back.
please check it out. We're having
Please.
time. It is not an echo chamber. We are yelling at each other. But it's in good
It's
fun.
true.
So come check it out. I got extra salty in this last episode.
And it was hot.
It was
I was so hard.
if I had a wig on, I would have ripped it off. So
I think Brendan and I yelled at each other.
It was great.
I yelled at a lot of people.
That was probably the best part of the whole thing. Where it was
well,
great.
I did kind of taunt you at one point. So yeah,
it was spectacular. It
what
was
it
great
is.
content.
But Chris knows that it's in good fun. I don't dislike Chris. I'm not angry at Chris.
Yeah.
We like to debate. We like to talk. We like to
Respectable disagreements.
Yeah, well, semi-respectable.
Well, I mean, one-sided.
Let's just say disagreements.
I do send him I do send him anonymous death threats after we're done.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just goes
under the guise of Leslie Manbeard.
Of course. So, hey, listen, if you can't stand this episode, you can't stand me, can't stand any one of these guys, hate mail at dadsww.com. And of course, if you just want to say hi, you've got a nice beard and a really shitty haircut. Ooh. Brendan at dadsww.com. Tony has an email address here too. Tony at dadsww.com. If you don't want to include him on hate mail, it's fine. It's just Tony. I'm gonna have to make one for Chris now because he's pretty much regular here. So so hit it up, and then of course we will make you laugh. We might make you cry. Most certainly, somehow, some way, try to make you a better parent. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Later.